Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to the 18 mega poll of polls, ladies and gentlemen. It's the semi-final, the final. So many stories, and of course, the political course of Bharat may be determined when the results come on 3rd of December 2023. But this is the mega poll of polls where the exit pollsters will be putting on the line to say who's got their nose ahead across 5 states: Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, and of course Telangana, that is still on the verge of casting its ballot. It's going to be a historic record turnout. And what does it mean for this brand new state of Telangana, which is in power over the last 10 years? Is there going to be a big... All those stories, but more importantly, it's the aggregation. What is a poll number? What's the big number you will see for the state on our screens? And this is the election news headquarters. My name is Narasimhan, and with us this evening, through this News 18 mega poll of polls, our managing editor Zakir Jacob, of course consulting editor Rahul Shivshankar. Zakir Jacob is on the magic poll, but this time a little bit of an addition.
So it's the view from above and the view from down here. So Rahul and I have the up view and he has the top down view.
We're grounded. We've got on the ground.
Unlike him, who's got his feet up. Also, a good opportunity to welcome Aman Sharma, our political editor, Pallavi Ghosh, our senior editor in the Congress Party. Big stakes for the Congress Party. I'll get to Pallavi in just a moment. This is how the leaderboard is looking. Our magic wall is looking. This is the position 2018 when the last time these 5 states went to polls. The Congress had the BJP managed to wrest it back from the Congress. Congress had won Rajasthan. Big stakes battle for Ashok there in Rajasthan. The Congress had won huge 2/3 majority in Chhattisgarh in 2018. Can Bhupesh Baghel come back for another term? And Telangana, of course, again, 88 seats, almost 90 seats, majority there as well for the BRS. Can they come back for a third? Rahul, opening comments.
Well, macro picture, what's on test? On test is the Congress Party's position as the dominant national anti-BJP poll and its own standing in the India bloc as we go forward. I think that is really the baseline for the BJP. Again, this is an hour of looking at the Prime Minister, and the over-reliance on the Prime Minister is going to actually make that difference for them, or are they going to sorely miss projecting some important leaders, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, even Chhattisgarh, and of course not having built that sort of second line, because they've had to draft in, as you know, of their big heavyweights to come out there and try to push them across that finish line. So those are the 3 things. And of course, get into the 7 M's of this election.
He's been with the 7 M's for a while now, but with that, let's get back to the helicopter with my colleague Anand Narasimhan.
Well, I've got the top down. They're saying they're looking at it bottoms up, and then we also have the grounds with Aman and Pallavi. We'll get to that, but the hard facts, the facts is whether the voter will take the right stand. See, we're plugging in also, ladies and gentlemen. But this is the signpost. Let's try and signpost the important factors. The alphabet of politics, the M boleto with Shankar in just a bit, but this is what it is. It's the semi-final before the mega. 5 states that will set the stage for 2024. 679 seats all are up for grabs. It's a direct Congress versus BJP fight. Now, this sets the tone for BJP and the Congress, especially the Congress. In 3 states, they're fighting neck to neck, head to head. And whoever gets their nose up will have their tail up for 2024. The impact on 83 Lok Sabha seats, although many would say that what happens in the state necessarily need not translate or behave in the same way when it comes to center, because PM Narendra Modi has a different credibility and a different voter on their own. The thought process, Modi tujhse bair nahi, state mein jo bhi hai uski khair nahi, has been manifest many a time. Will it buckle a trend, a pattern which has gone nearly half decades? 18 years of anti-incumbent in Madhya Pradesh. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the last time around, got booted up. The difference is very marginal, about 1 or 1.5% vote shares jump and there. Now, what do the pollsters say or do? We'll have to wait and watch. This is a state, Telangana, that's not seen anybody else but the center. Will they look beyond him now? Is the Congress's Wapsi there? Or is the BJP going to move up from 1 seat, 7% vote share and hit double digits? We've got to wait and watch. But more importantly, the caste factor. will that come into play? And is it going to be the entire truism, or will it continue to remain the same way? जो नहीं जाती वो जाती है. Zaka Jacob,
All right, one big factor, one big constituency, vote bank, and Rahul Shivshankar has been talking about the big 7 M's, the Mahila M. There's a Mahila in our studios as well. We'll ask Pallavi Ghosh what she saw on the campaign trail and whether the Mahilas actually make a huge difference, particularly in Madhya Pradesh. What we have from the voter turnout figures, and this is fascinating for me, is that there were 80 lakh extra women voters. That is almost 2% of the entire electorate. That is not a small number. 2% additional voters, women, have turned up. Look at this, 2.41. The number of women who turned up in 2018, 2.72. That's 2% of the entire total electoral voter turnout in the state of Madhya Pradesh. What sort of bearing will this have, Pallavi Ghosh? Because both parties are claiming the women are turning up for us.
I would find it very, very interesting. When I travelled there, I found that anti-incumbency was so strong among the women. I mean, I went to Budni, which of course is his constituency, and no surprises there. Obviously, they're going to be completely floored about Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But in the other areas, what I found was very interesting was, obviously there was a whisper campaign which said that Mamaji may not become the CM in case the BJP comes back to power. So there were women who were telling me that Ladli Behna Yojana, itna acha yojana hai, if Mamaji nahi to kya hoga. I think that was a feedback which went back to the party. You had the Prime Minister, the Home Minister and party leaders talking about the Ladli Behna Yojana to make the point that this Yojana does not belong to Mamaji, it belongs to the entire party. But I think towards the end, I started noticing was that a Mamaji factor. The fact is that, I did find a lot of women who felt reassured by the fact that he becomes a Chief Minister again. We don't want a Ladli Behna Yojana minus him. We want the Ladli Behna Yojana plus him. I think he's still going to be the CM just in case the BJP comes back to power. Interestingly, the Congress also started sending a large amount of women. I mean, I was at this hotel and close by, I found every Congress woman suddenly flown down, from a Supriya Srine to Ragini Nayak, Amba, because they wanted to counter this Ladli Behna Yojana. Somehow I never got this feeling that what they are announcing for women, the accounts, the Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, would be able to counter or match up to the traction, say, Ladli Behna Yojana. I remember someone from the BJP told me in that office, we're going to watch the first 2-3 hours. अगर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा महिलाएं बाहर निकल के वोट डालती हैं, तो safe है. महिलाओं ने हमें बचा लिया. So I think in
but the Congress is making a pitch for women, the guarantees, Priyanka Gandhi sort of becoming a piece of the campaigning there. So the Congress is also claiming that those women are going to vote like they did in Karnataka.
Absolutely. See, Zaka, I think women in Madhya Pradesh have traditionally backed the BJP because Shivraj Singh Chauhan launched this very popular Ladli Lakshmi Yojana almost a decade back. So women traditionally have been with the BJP. What happened in the Madhya Pradesh election was that after the Karnataka experiment worked for the Congress, offered money to women, Mr. Kamal Nath in February announced that if he comes to power, he'll give 1,500 rupees to each woman.
Yeah.
Now this happened. Shivraj Singh Chauhan was very quick to come up with the counter, the CM Behna Yojana. He started it with rupees 10,000. By the time of the elections, he went to rupees 1,250 per month, and he has promised in the election campaign to ultimately take it to rupees 3,000 rupees per month. Now that's a huge problem. To give a woman 36,000 rupees a year, it's how he'll handle fiscal deficit if he comes to power and actually gives it. But I think that's big. When we traveled in the ground, so women said कि 1250 तो है, पर ये 3,000 भी मिलेंगे आगे जाके. So there was this, allurement that this money is going to increase.
But tell me, sorry to interrupt, tell me before we bring in Rahul Shivshankar and go across to our reporters, across which state did you find the Congress party as a unit?
as one?
As one
unit.
I
Saying
think
the national leaders, local leader, everybody was there.
See,
was it in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, or was it in Telangana?
Vijay Singh and Kamal Nath, the effort was showing, one. But I tell you that quick example, the day of the Kanya Pujan, Navami ke din, Digvijay Singh goes and gives a statement saying कि ये तो सिर्फ drama है, ये सब ढकोल है, ये दिखावा है. Knowing very well this is something which is going to hurt the Congress. And Shivraj Singh Chauhan incidentally gave an interview that particular day, and I didn't want to talk about anything political, but when I was interviewing, suddenly he himself breaks, because it suits the BJP, because वहाँ पे ये धर्म, religion, आस्था, कन्या पूजन, that matters a lot. आपने उसी का मजाक उड़ाया. So I think there was a in the Congress party that was Digvijay Singh actually taking a vote.
Yeah.
Rahul is I think is going to be the women vote. And let's be honest, the Congress actually hasn't walked the talk. Now you mentioned that they're out there and they've said that look, we're going to give guarantees, this, that, the other. But the most symbolic expression of give more seats to women.
Right. So
Where the Congress failed completely, it hasn't given more seats. to
on that note, quickly, I'm just going to Mahila quotient here on the News 18 mega poll of polls also. So, Arunima and Payal join us. Please, you've traversed the length and breadth. You've been into Chhattisgarh. Arunima, what's happening there? Is Bhupesh Baghel fighting on his own? Support for him? Is he going to hold on? What do you think the pollsters are going to say?
So the big challenger, for Bhupesh Baghel, of course, is T.S. Deo, the Maharashtra. In Sarguja, which is in northern part of Chhattisgarh, it is T.S. Deo's bastion. So it all depends on how well Congress party does in that area. He would want to throw his hat in the ring if the manages to cross the halfway mark. But to give credit to Bhupesh Baghel, he has not been projected in so many words, so to say, as the next minister of Chhattisgarh if Congress is voted to power. And this is what Raman Singh underlined in an interview to me. He said, why is it that suddenly Baghel ki sarkar posters have started talking about collective leadership? Is it because they are sure about Baghel? Is it because the Mahadev app and the other corrupt charges are sticking to him? That is what Raman Singh's narrative was. But if you from Bastar is a microcosm in itself. Those 20 seats of Bastar are in a way the bellwether seats, because even though they are as backward as you can think of in this country, the youth there is aspirational. And they are suddenly talking about growth, they're talking about employment, and they're talking about the price of. That's a key factor as well. Both the Congress and the BJP have promised the paddy procurement price at a higher level, 3,100 by the BJP. Baghel himself is confident that his promises, whatever direct benefit transfers he has made available to the tribals, and the general allegation against the Raman Singh government also, that will ensure that he is true.
True. Arunima, Payal and Swastika are there right now in Telangana itself, but Payal, you've done Brahman. And these 5 states together account for more than 25% of 25 to 30%. Somebody was telling me this number. So tell me, what's your take? Is there going to be a twist in the tail? Is this literally a final before the final? And what is the story within the story?
I am not going to predict. I am not going to predict anything as far as this Telangana elections are concerned. Anand, you were just speaking about the women vote. I am right now with one of the tallest BJP leaders, in the BRS. The biggest leader in the BRS poll, K. Kavita, and it's boiled down to divine right now. She's currently come to a Devi temple to pray for her chances for her. She'll be out in a bit from now. She'll be speaking to us. But like I said, there's a lot as far as her party is concerned, especially for her father, the 2-time chief minister, who's probably looking at making history, becoming the 3rd-time minister. Will it be possible, or will there be, like you say, will there be a that the Congress party will be able to do? It's very, very important to watch out for. But nobody's taking the BJP serious. But I've been speaking to BJP leaders, over the last 48 hours. Including 48 minutes ago, and they are very, very confident come to double figures, over there over here in Telangana. If the BJP is able to get double figures, then the game becomes even more interesting, because the BJP will not ally with the BRS, the BJP will not ally with the Congress. So where will the BJP go and who will it benefit? That remains to be seen.
Well, Swastika, quick update on your end. Do you see the winds of change blowing across Telangana? Vote too?
Well, I'm not going to hazard a yes, I did. Here it is. I'm not going to hazard a guess, but I can tell you that this is going to be a neck and neck fight between the BRS and the Congress. I want to add a little bit about the Congress. In fact, just a year ago, it so seemed that the BJP was the opposition to the BRS here, but things have changed post-Katla, and a resurgent Congress under the leadership of Revanth Reddy, with their 6 guarantees, seem extremely confident. Of course, going to be a deciding factor. Muslim voters too. Hyderabad is the bastion of the Owaisis, but if you go beyond Hyderabad, there is no Owaisi factor predominantly. Muslims en masse have voted for BRS, but the fear is that this time around the minority voters could be perhaps looking at the Congress, and that, in my view, could be a game changer for any party. Besides the fact that the welfare schemes, whether it is the BRS and the Congress 6 guarantees, seems to be resonating well on the ground. is the fact that voters are very much aware of what they're going to get from each party, and I think as far as Telangana is concerned, it's definitely going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, it
for
clearly
sure.
will be. It doesn't look like a runaway mandate. Whoever will perhaps get across the line, and it will be a clear case of the first past. Now, bringing it back, well done, ladies, and phenomenal coverage that you the entire network, especially CNN News 18, right up ahead in our coverage of these 5 state elections. Bringing it back into the studio with a quick check of these numbers, and let's talk about this. What does this imply? A historical voter turnout. Now, in 2018, the turnout that was doing the rounds in Rajasthan, they voted the Congress in with a 4.7% voter turnout. This time it's gone up to 75.4. What does that mean? Sarkar badlegi? Yeah, it is perhaps an incumbent mandate. Same way, if you look at Madhya Pradesh, 75.6, again they voted the Congress, Sarkar badli, be other things happened because of Jyotiraditya Scindia, but many say that he may just be that Gwalior Gonda area could be the factor where things may not work for the BJP. This time, look at the voter turnout, 77.1%, as Zaka was explaining. A lot of it because of the Mahila voter coming out in huge numbers, nearly 2% to that voter turnout by the Mahila itself. Yeah. And quickly, let's look at Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh again, 76.4, 74.9. So it's actually a drop, 2% drop. Does that change things? Does that mean that something happening there? And right now, till 3 p.m., it is 51.89% in Telangana. Overall, 2018, it was 73.7. So clearly, the trends show that this will breach.
Looks like
it will come to about 75%. And if you look at Mizoram again, similar numbers like the last time around. So, would you people read high voter turnouts, anti-incumbency, or
there is no psephological correlation between high or low turnouts and the eventual vote on the ground. It doesn't mean that if there's a higher turnout, the chances of new voters coming in to vote out the incumbent increase. No, no such data, and I think
standard thumb rule for the longest time has always been higher the voter, greater the
it's not
anti-incumbency.
proven psephologically. It's just not established psephologically. So you have a look at any number.
Bengal.
And
Bengal being one example. Voter
Bengal,
turnout increased,
Gujarat,
Mamoda came back to power.
Gujarat?
Gujarat.
But what I'm trying to say is that there is no psephological. There are enough cases going the other way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
even Stevens kind of thing.
Like in Bengal and Gujarat, it was not anti-incumbent. It was
high voter
Exactly.
turnout, and
So,
it was an anti-incumbent
I think
vote,
the one way of looking at it is the focus that political parties are actually putting on building their booth
turning up
presence.
the votes.
So
Turning up the
you and there is so much emphasis now on that because the BJP really elevated it to an art form. It was actually the left first that did. The BJP came on very strongly on that, and the other party has realized this whole business of booth, that slogan that is sort of used.
who did you see found effective at the
I think the
booth?
Congress tried to do that because the Congress did this whole thing about booth mein, sipahi and all that stuff. That's always been the weakness of the Congress party, and the fact is that they never could get booth workers out. I mean, you have those big bank campaigns, rallies, but the real work is done by that booth worker. That the on the ground have to feel it.
For that, it's a very good point, because one of the reasons for that really is that the Congress always had a plebiscitary form of politics, as a result of which the grassroots worker always felt left out, because these para-drop leaders, etc., always felt left out, and therefore you didn't have that sort of participation when it mattered.
And the BJP in a way has mastered this art of booth management. So I think it is a BJP which is generally very happy when the voter turnout goes up, because they feel they got their voter out. BJP, I think if you even see Prime Minister's tweet the day of polling, it is always encouraging more voting.
Yeah.
So BJP feels that when more voters come out, it wants to bring out its own voter.
But Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh में तो दोनों दफा
No, see,
when the voter percentage went up in
उधर मेरा
20,
आपसे ये है कि who were the voters that were coming out और कौन वोटर निकाल रहा था? In the sense, the local candidates, when it comes to assembly elections, it's the regional satraps, right? So in the case of regional satraps, who was it that was more effective? See, because what's Rani Saiba, Rajasthan, was it a mega mood Gehlot, or were there those who were saying कि Rani को नहीं बनाया तो सबक सिखाएंगे? Time around, that was a case that happened. She could influence about anywhere between 30 to 60 seats, people would say. Did you see that this time around? Chhattisgarh, say what's happening or what people are seeing across the country, that's what's translating on ground. So that's what I'm asking you.
See, I think Rajasthan answers a simple story that there was clear anti-incumbency on the ground. Wherever you people were speaking about that. There were major issues against the Ashok Gehlot, be it the paper leak issue, be it generally corruption, be it generally this issue of, I found this undercurrent of Hindutva as well. You know, after the Kanhaiya Lal, I saw the Kanhaiya Lal case was a few months ago, but that of that case was, I found it across Rajasthan in many regions. Also, the other question you earlier asked, did they fight unitedly? In Rajasthan, there was no united front by the Congress. I think even people used to tell me कि ये जो photo op हो रहा है, realize the facade behind it.
वो भी तो नहीं हुआ photo.
Photo op भी नहीं.
So do you think the vote is going to move away?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
last time from the BJP,
पर वो photo op तो
swing area in Rajasthan is going to be eastern Rajasthan.
right.
तो अब तो बीजेपी में भी नहीं हुआ वो फोटो अब तो बीजेपी में भी नहीं हुआ
The Gujjar vote actually went away from the BJP.
Yeah.
So this time, because Pilot is sort of, I don't know, where he is actually in the party, he stands in the party. I mean, there'll be a lot of talk. You guys will know better.
There are two regions, both in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Rajasthan, we have to look out for Eastern Rajasthan. Eastern Rajasthan, last time 54 seats. The BJP could only win 1 seat. That was because the Gujars in Eastern Rajasthan thought Mr. Sachin Pilot is going to be the chief minister.
In fact, if you look at the Gujar vote, I can show that on the wall, the Pilot factor. There's about 20 seats, I think. 42 seats. In fact, the Congress won 27. The BJP was number 3. Others had 11. There were independents, BS. And much of this is in this Mewat region, you know, Ajmer, Taunt, that belt. Some of them in southern Rajasthan as well. But 27 to 4. That's almost like a 7-time number. Even the vote share, even though the vote share difference is only about 6 or 7%, but the number of seats, the BJP getting 4 and the Congress getting 27.
Zaka, you know, the other metric that you out for Rajasthan is also the independents, because 20% of the seats go to independents or others.
So last time it was almost 22%,
there you go.
27 1.
ये सब अपना अपना कैंडिडेट खड़ा कर देते हैं ना टिकट
These are BSP.
Gehlot
That's right.
to
I'm asking.
Aruniba, I just wanted to jump in outside quickly. Yeah.
So the point that Anand, you were discussing about how much of a cohesive unit Congress fight like, and what about regional satraps? So I was in Chhindwara on the day Desh was voting. Kamal Nath is the one who's wanting to challenge Chauhan, and there at least the Congress party, it seems, was fighting as if their life depended on it. The reason for it, in his own back, Kamal Nath is facing the heat from Bunty Sahu. So this time around, at least in Madhya Pradesh, in pockets that I saw, looks like Kamal Nath is trying very hard to ensure that Congress does act like a cohesive. Something I may not have seen in Rajasthan. I travelled there as well. Not even Chhattisgarh.
What about the BJP? What about the BJP? Arunima, if you could tell us, what do you believe, has the BJP been able to sort of square its own sights in Madhya Pradesh, especially in the northern area, Gwalior, etc.?
So all right. So in Madhya Pradesh, what I noticed, if you're talking about the belt, before the Scindia switch happened, Mr. Tomar was considered this undisputed leader of that region as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. This time around, Mr. Tomar faced a scare himself. There were these videos doing the round where allegations were made against his son, against his family. So there was a lot of that I heard on the day of the voting about how the Gwalior belt is going to fare, and whether this, Scindia's coming to the Bharatiya Janata Party would prove to be an advantage or a disadvantage. We would know only on the third. But in the rest of the state also, it did look like that Shivraj Singh Chauhan is the only man who's putting out his 200%. It is not clear whether he will be the chief ministerial face if the BJP is back to power.
But I think Scindia, both the Congress and the BJP are watching him closely. BJP to see whether he can weave that magic. Congress because they want to take.
No, but the
fact,
elevation for him as civil aviation minister happened. He wove those 22
this
the Congress to fall.
The way he fell in Congress, 31 out of 41 seats they won last time in this belt.
That was the Scindia
walk to the other side. So when they had by-elections, I believe a lot became ministers also. So the point is that this belt, and I think privately even the BJP leaders sort of were worried about this. But then this is only 40 seats. You got another almost 200 seats in the state.
Correct.
So can they compensate for the losses in Gwalior Chambal in the
deep
other
dive
parts?
this. Let's deep dive Madhya Pradesh.
But in this case, in the Gwalior Chambal region, they also lost seats in Jabalpur region. They lost seats in the Indore region. But what was Eastern Rajasthan how Eastern Rajasthan brought Congress to power in Rajasthan? It was Gwalior Chambal which brought the Congress to power. The people in Gwalior Chambal thought.
I have to take a break, but the counter argument is that when the happened, Scindia redeemed himself. Out of
Yeah,
those 22,
so he has to redeem himself
19 or
now,
20.
because there are many people in the party, I'm sure,
yeah.
thinking that it may be a flash in the pan.
then
Where the other thing is that mantris, MPs and mantris, when they are sent back to assembly elections, what does that mean? Vidhan Sabha, what does that mean? The first number also after a break. Stay with us on the News 18 Mega Polo Polls.
Hello.
He said, why is it that suddenly Baghel ki sarkar se the post started talking about collective leadership? Is it because they are not sure Baghel? Is it because the Mahadev app and the other corruption charges speaking to him? That is what Raman Singh's narrative was. But if you travel from Bastar is a microcosm in itself. Those 20 seats of Bastar are in a way the bellwether seats, because even though they are rural, they are as backward as you can think of in this country. Their youth there is aspirational, and they are suddenly talking about employment, and they're talking about the price of rice. That's a key factor as well. Both the Congress and the BJP have promised procurement price at a higher level, 3,100 by the BJP. Baghel himself is confident that his promises, direct transfers he has made available to the tribals, and the general corruption against the Raman Singh government also, that will ensure that he sails through.
True. Arunima, Payal and Swastika both are now in Telangana itself, but Payal, you've done Brahman. And these 5 states together account for more than 25% of Bharat, 30%. Somebody was telling me this number. So tell me, what's your take? Is there going to be a twist in the tail? Is this literally a semi-final, final? And what is the story within the story?
I'm not going to predict anything as far as Telangana election. Women vote. I'm right now one of the tallest BJP leaders, in the BRS. Beg your pardon, leader in the BRS poll, K. Kavita, and it's boiled down to divine intervention. Right? She's currently come to a Devi temple to pray for her chances for our party. Out in a bit from now, she'll be speaking to us. But like I said, there's a lot at stake as her party is concerned, especially for her father. The minister is probably looking at making history, becoming the 3rd time chief minister. Will it be possible, or will there be, like you said, will there be a shame the Congress party will be able to do over there? It's very important to watch out for. But nobody's taking the BJP seriously. But speaking to BJP leaders, over the last 48 hours, including minutes ago, and they are very, very confident that they will come to double figures, over there over here in Telangana. If they are able to get double figures, then the game becomes even more interesting, because the BJP will not with the BRS, the BJP will not ally with the Congress. So where will the BJP votes go, and who benefit? That remains to be seen.
Well, Swastika, quick update at your end. Do you see the winds of change blowing across Telangana? You've cast your vote too.
Well, I'm not going to hazard a guess. Yes, I did. Here it is. I'm not going to hazard a guess, but I can tell you that this is going to be a neck-and-neck fight between the BRS and the Congress. I want to add a little bit about the Congress here. Just a year ago, it so seemed that the BJP was the principal opposition to the BRS here, but things have changed post-Karnataka. Resurgent Congress under the leadership of Revanth Reddy, with this guarantee, seem extremely confident. Women, of course, will be a deciding factor. Muslim voters too. In Hyderabad, the bastion of the Oasis. But if you go beyond Hyderabad, there is the Oasis factor predominantly. Muslims.
Well, the numbers are going to be out. It's the deadline. The Election Commission of India has released the norms, and it said by 5:30 when that we can put first numbers. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, 4 of the states cast their ballot. So the exit pollsters already have the numbers. And you should have the first set of numbers too. Don't go by numbers that are being claimed out, put around. We will put those numbers, and we will follow the guidelines of the Election Commission. We're just counting down to that last minute to be able to put to you some of the numbers that we would have here on the News 18 Mega Polls. 5 states. Who's taking these states? The incumbent. There's going to be a shift, and what does that do for the 2024 local polls? How does that set the tone? How will it impact the political elections in our country? All these conversations will happen around the pollsters, and which of the exit pollsters are ready to stick their neck out and clearly call out a winner in each of these states? Or is everybody going to be a little ambiguous, because you never know because of the high voter turnout? That's the big story. Are you expecting clear mandate exit pollsters to really put their neck out there as outliers, Zaka, or do you think
other
most
than-
of them will hedge their bets?
Honestly, given the times experience, other than Madhya Pradesh, I think all the other states will have a clear. Even in Madhya Pradesh, the exit pollsters might predict a sort of a neck fight, but I think the people have more or less given a direction in which the verdict is going.
Just from previous numbers, I just feel that Chhattisgarh, Telangana might be closer than what we expect. I think it could be hung houses in both. Could be possible.
Aman, I mean, you travel to Madhya Pradesh, you travel to Rajasthan.
I think Zaka, MP and Rajasthan pollsters nightmare. Last time the MP vote difference was 0.1%. Rajasthan it was less than 1%. I think 1.3 lakh separated BJP and Congress in Rajasthan. This time I think in Rajasthan I didn't find such a tight situation. I think it will be a decisive because the issues I found were very, very clear on the ground. MP looks tight. MP looks tight because I think the voters, in a way, the women voters, there are voices on both sides. Also, this issue of anti-incumbency, of course, is there in your long government. And there is, last time also it was there. This time BJP did by its strategy, has not projected a CM face.
Last 30 seconds,
way,
some
BJP
numbers that are being put out by some of the channels are actually Atta Bazaar numbers. The obsession with putting the numbers out first.
That's really.
I want to understand there's some Satta Bazaar numbers. These are the punters, this is the call.
Anand, what Shivraj told me in Jaipur. So, to Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Jaipur, he said, हम आश्वस्त हैं, मैं आश्वस्त हूँ, जीत रहे हैं. हमने सारे कमलनाथ के promises को पंचर कर दिया. और ये इलेक्शन अगर हम जीत रहे हैं, हम लाडली बहना योजना पे.
Before the ballot was cast or after?
No, after.
Jaipur, the fundamental point is that Amit Shah actually camped for a long time in Madhya Pradesh, isn't it? He really has
Well, we got the first
invested heavily.
numbers. We got the first set of numbers. We got the first set of numbers on our screen. Let's chew on it a little, ladies and gentlemen. The first numbers are the Jan Ki Baat numbers that we are putting out here. And somewhere we are given to understand there seem to be clear mandates. We have some sets, some numbers already have here. Madhya Pradesh 230 seats. Wow. The is 113, neck and neck, like Rahul Shivshankar was calling it. Rajasthan, it's going to be it's Congress.
No,
let's try and look at it. I think it's a bit of a there. I think the Rajasthan numbers clearly show a nose ahead for the BJP. Let's look at the MP Jan Ki Baat numbers. It's right here, the MP Jan Ki Baat numbers. Let's get a come closer and let's have a look at the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. What are the numbers saying? The numbers are very clearly saying that it's going to be neck with the Congress with its nose just ahead. 100, 120, 123 for the BJP, that's the band, and 102 to 125 for the Congress. That's the band that Baat has actually put. So that's why the median comes to about 113 to 100. Neither of them has 116. That is to win. Neither of them. It's a hung house in Madhya Pradesh if you go with the average numbers. Now let's quickly flip this. Rajasthan. What is Rajasthan number? The Rajasthan number is a clear mandate for the BJP. Rani Saiba or no Rani Saiba? Sahib, आपको thank you कर दिया voters ने as per Jan Ki Baat poll. That is what it is saying. It says very clearly 111.
The Congress won't be these projections.
These not at all. Let's quickly look at what is it saying in Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh again, a change in the mandate. Bhupesh Baghel 40, the BJP with 47. That is what the BJP in Chhattisgarh very clearly. That's what the BJP is saying. Try and flip. We'll try and see out of the 90 seats what is happening. 47 for the Congress. Oh, it's changed. 47 for the Congress, 40 for the BJP. So that's how it is. So Bhupesh Baghel retains Chhattisgarh and Congress takes Telangana. As per the Jan Ki Baat numbers, out of those seats, 118 seats, 59 is the halfway mark, 50 the Congress, the BJP has 10, AIMIM 5, BRS 8, and if that's the case, nobody is first past the poll. BRS, AIMIM and the BJP come together to keep the Congress. This exiting is what Rahul Shivshankar is saying. This is
not calling.
Keep it really hedging their bets, or are they not calling? If the BRS has to be voted out, it would be voted out overwhelmingly. That's what many people would say.
I don't think this is going to measure up.
Yeah, so that 15 or 60 is what you need to get. 60 wins. Telangana polling, so it could change also. And let's quickly look at Mizoram. What are the Mizoram saying. The Mizoram numbers are very clearly coming out and saying the Jan Ki Baat number that the M&F has a very clear rate, and let's try and look at those numbers. The MNF has got about 10 to 14 seats, 15 to 25 is for the ZPM. So that's where it is. Congress in the fray. So clearly BJP will claim that जो भी इन दोनों में regional parties में से जीतेगा, they will eventually come into the NEDA fold. So they will come, but there is a change in government. So there is a change in the current position in the current government. There's a change that happens, but it is so on all states we are seeing some uthal puthal. We are, as far as the Jan Ki Baat numbers are concerned. How would you read it? Yes.
Write it down here. They are giving a slight edge to the Congress in Pradesh, 111 to 121. For the BJP, 106 to 116. And so basically the TV9 number is going to the slight edge. 116 is the halfway mark. The BJP also 116, but like I said, nose ahead for the Congress in Pradesh. That's the TV9 number.
So Kamal Nath pushes past as far as those numbers are concerned. Possible?
Well, I think
it's a clear mandate there.
Well, I think until about 2 months back, the Congress was very confident about Madhya Pradesh. They thought a win was theirs. Also, a bit of complacency had come in because the Congress thought that 18 years of incumbency, अब हमारी बारी आ गई, हमारे पास sympathy, हमारी government, कमलनाथ सोल मुझे CM से मेरी government गलत तरीके से दी गई. So they had that sympathy going for them. That's what Congress felt. But I think the BJP made up a lot of ground in the last 2 months. It was through various factors due to Mr. Modi's campaign, Mr. Amit Shah, as Rahul was saying, Amit Shah there and ensured that these differences between the leaders were eliminated. Put up 7 MPs in the fight. So they are expecting that 7 MPs seat bhi nahi jeete, kam se kam 3-4 seat extra hame us seat, and these are the 7 seats BJP has not won for a long time. So I think the Scindia factor, last time Gwalior Chambal went Congress way because they thought Scindia is becoming CM. This time BJP, so BJP is thinking that factor has been negated. And in the words of Shivraj, what he told us, that मैंने सब Congress के promises को पंचर कर दिया.
Well, let me, when it's this close, and if Madhya Pradesh 2 polls are calling it so close, you have to give the advantage really to the incumbent. I mean, it's debatable who the incumbent actually was, and I can tell you.
A third poll which is giving the advantage to the BJP. This is the RTV poll. They're giving 118 to 130 to the, and they're giving 97 to 107 to the Congress. You have 3 polls that are out. 2, I think, are giving the edge to the Congress. 1 is giving the edge to the BJP. So it's anybody's.
It's anyone.
Now,
if the BJP wins Madhya Pradesh, it's a big turnaround story for them in 3.
Did what it never does usually. They began early. They working very early in Madhya Pradesh, and then you start losing the steam. And I think the last few days or weeks of elections are always very critical. Make or break your mind, and that's where the BJP stepped in.
But let me tell you, this is a very good point, because look, what were they really riding on? The 6 guarantees, right? That's what they were really riding on. They've been riding on that even in Rajasthan and Karnataka, of course, paved the way for that. Now, if they don't work here,
so I've got another number for another state. This is the Axis number, a number that's closely tracked for Chhattisgarh. Axis is giving 40 to 50 for Congress. It's giving 36 to 6 to BJP. So Axis seems to suggest that, the edge again to the Congress in this.
A lot of risk is going to be booked if these numbers hold along across these states.
Somewhere one is a little worried about which way the vote is voting. These high turnout numbers, and especially the women vote coming out, somewhere it seems to have skewed the entire matrix of the pollsters. Some of the pollsters, their sample size, I would want to ask every pollster, what's the breakup of your sample?
But why only women? I mean, many first-time voters, young youth. That's also a very important factor.
Yeah.
In Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, that's where the quota and all those things also coming in, Anand. So that's a
No, I understand, but I'm just saying gender-wise, if you break.
Been a problem.
Yeah.
So if you look at the poll of poll number, it's changing, and I think you should viewers this. The poll of poll number will
there
also.
There is a reason why viewers, the poll of poll numbers are on your screen, because it's an aggregate or a median of pollsters that are coming in so far. So he's sending you the individual poll numbers here. On your screens, what's happening is the overall aggregate poll of polls. So what you see on your screen, the poll of poll number we are showing now is the PMark number for Madhya Pradesh, and the PMark for Madhya Pradesh gives the mandate clearly to the BJP. That is what they are doing, and that's why if you see the Madhya Pradesh aggregate for the BJP has gone up to 119. You see it here, and the Rajasthan aggregate remains the same at 111. So 2 right now, as per the exit pollsters aggregate, poll of polls are with the BJP. One state goes to the Congress party, that is Telangana, and one state retained by the Congress party, and that is Chhattisgarh as of now. That's the status. So P Mark is giving Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, at this point to the BJP. Let's also look at Access My India, battle for Chhattisgarh. Access My India, battle for Chhattisgarh. Again, the numbers are going in favor of the Congress party. Congress is going to retain, as far as Access My India is going to retain Chhattisgarh. Rahul Shivshankar.
Pradesh numbers are an aggregate of at least 4 polls.
Yes. Yeah. An aggregate of at least four
that's a trend line.
out of 230 seats is that the mandate is with the BJP in Madhya Pradesh, and healthy mandate. 106 par hai, you win at 116, 230 seats, halfway mark, 116 to win, 119 is where they are. So they are clear or 4 clear of the halfway number.
Look at Rajasthan.
Also. Rajasthan they are actually running away because it's a clear mandate. They are at least 12 seats above what is required to win. 199 is required.
BJP would be thrilled with these. If
These
this actually
numbers.
happens on result day, to win and to win Rajasthan is huge for the BJP. These two states had lost the last.
No, and look at the ground they are gaining in Chhattisgarh.
Also, I think
gained.
Chhattisgarh is able to run the Congress close and look at the gap from last time.
Yes.
If able to bridge
It's a
that
moral
gap,
victory.
It will be a moral
And
victory.
double
Telangana-
digit in Telangana.
And Telangana, they would love the house to be hung.
Super confident about Chhattisgarh. They've been super confident about Chhattisgarh. I think they're banking also on the fact that whatever they may say, T.S. Singh Deo versus Baghel wala friction.
And
T.S. Singh Deo said it on record.
Yeah,
He
but
said
I'll tell you what,
it is a predominantly tribal state also. And let's not forget that there have been a huge number of problems with regard to employment generation, etc., and people not getting the benefits from what heard on the ground. So I don't know if that bears out, but
Can we look at Chhattisgarh on the wall and see how different phases voted? You know, time around where the votes were polled, because a lot of the corruption is not the big issue on ground.
So in
it is the
Chhattisgarh,
rate
only
per
about
quintal rice that is the issue.
20 seats, the Naxal belt, which is the southern part of the state, that's what votes in the first phase, and the rest of the state, Raipur, all the urban parts, and of course the northern part of Chhattisgarh votes in the second phase. But last time around, they swept the Naxal belt, which is Bastar, and that southern belt of Chhattisgarh was out of the 20 seats. The Congress won 17, and the BJP had only 2. Again, they generally, when a state is voting in multiple phases, one phase the wind is going in a particular direction, it tends to go more direction in
but
the second phase.
a psychological
We'll have to
point
wait
here.
and see.
Chhattisgarh, the plain region, has the most number of swing seats.
Yeah.
So over 4 elections, 30% of those of the seats were 1% 5% margin.
Correct.
So it's that area. If you just focus on it, maybe the central part of Chhattisgarh, the plains region. Look at the margins there.
This particular belt,
Yes.
this is just the outskirts of Raipur. If you're going further north, this has always been hotly contested. The BJP still managed to hold on, even though it was a rout last time around. BJP still managed to hold on to about a dozen seats there. If you go back to 2013, and I'm going to just show you the difference in the map, the coloring of the map in 2018 and 2013. Look at this. The Congress, it was all a mirror image. The Congress getting a few dozen seats in the northern part. BJP sort of completely running riot there. 41 out of the seats they won. The Congress wholly had 7 out of 70. Looks like, at least from 2 polls now we have for Chhattisgarh, 641 is the poll of polls.
Now thing
number
is,
right now.
now on the bottom of our screen, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at 2 states which are where the party which is leading the first may not actually form the government. That's the scenario that we are looking at, because Chhattisgarh mein wahan kaleh to hoga 41 and 46, and that's exactly what we are looking at. And in Telangana, they need 4 more seats. The Congress needs 4 more seats, and who's going to give that to them if this stands? Now this is an aggregate. What we're seeing on our screens, I'm going to repeat again, at least 4 pollsters out numbers, and this is the poll of poll numbers that you're seeing on your screen. So this is the overall mega aggregate of the pollsters who are किसने किसको क्या दिया वो बात नहीं, but overall if you see BJP clearly taking Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. It's stuck with Chhattisgarh and Telangana, where all Congress has its nose ahead. It's not past the halfway mark, it's winning that state yet. That's what it looks like. How does that?
If those numbers are sort of holding, etc., others 0. So you have AIMM, others are 0. So how does this I mean, if someone has to form the government,
then
It'll
BRS,
have to be
BJP, and
BJP
AIMI must come
and
together.
AIMI.
and you know, there is the Hyderabad municipal corporation election.
Yeah.
There is a template. All of these people were trying to get together, and
No, but if that were to
Basically-
happen, then what Rahul Gandhi said in the campaign,
Yeah.
one is A team of the other, one is
Yes,
the B team
B
of the
team.
other, that's going to come true.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think at least, publicly they'll get
But I
into
don't
some
see
kind
the
of a
but
post-election.
Owaisi-
Exactly,
BJP
and the
side.
BJP.
BJP backing the Congress is a different part. OAC backing the Congress is also not going to happen.
So I think what will probably happen if these numbers hold is that the BJP and the BRS will come together, and that's how you're going to have.
All
a
right, we
number.
got one
Otherwise-
more set of strat Madhya Pradesh. The numbers. Let's try and look at what is saying and how. Why is it that the Madhya Pradesh number? Oh, there's a bit of a shift. BJP is now three seats down in the poll, ladies and gentlemen, to 116. And let's try and understand what Polstrat is saying. Polstrat numbers again. In this case, don't clearly give the BJP the victory number. It is BJP at the higher number, exactly at the halfway mark, is putting the Congress party well past the post, 5 seats above the winning number of 116 at 121. And that's the reason why in Polstrat, with the Polstrat numbers coming into play, that the BJP's average overall has come down and it's now at 116, just at the number that you need to win the state. It's going to be so close because those who are working with the BJP and with it, they are very confident that the BJP is taking it. If they're taking it, they're taking nearly 130 seats. That's how confident they are. If they are losing it, it will not be at 106, it will be at 106, like last time around 104. In the case of Rajasthan, it remains the same. BJP taking Rajasthan. These two states at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a problem. That vote share shift in Chhattisgarh, if there is more than a 2% difference, then that seat share will not be there. It will be different. If the BJP has, caught up with the Congress and the Congress has lost some ground, that number, that scenario should change. But, yeah.
Chhattisgarh, again, similar trend. I'm just going to write down the numbers here before our graphic comes in. They're giving it to the Congress, 46 to 56 to the Congress in Chhattisgarh and 30 to 40 to the BJP. So I think we've had 3 polls in Chhattisgarh.
Yes.
2 have given it to the Congress.
Yeah.
One is sort of a hung house. But it seems like the direction in which it's moving is that the Congress
now
might
with this
retain
Chhattisgarh Congress, Chhattisgarh. Now the number for Congress is 46, so they need 46 winning number, 90 seats, 45 the mark, 46 is the winning number. You got 2 scenarios right now. That is one here, BJP right on the winning number in Madhya Pradesh, and you've got the Congress party right on the winning number in Chhattisgarh. So this is like too close, right on the winning number. What are you
MP
thinking,
will be
Aman and
close.
Pallavi?
I think MP will be close, Anand, even on the result numbers. I suspect that these numbers would be similar on the result day. Interestingly, in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP polled higher number of votes, but lesser number of seats.
Yeah.
So it is that kind of a state where, predicting it is very difficult. But I think what has worked for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh towards the has been this Shivraj's mega campaign. He did 165 rallies in 15 days, 10 rallies a day. They had Mr. Modi there. I think the promise. And I saw Amit Shah saying that from his rallies, Modi saying that अगर ये हमारी सरकार चली गई तो लाडली बहना योजना बंद हो जाएगी.
एक बात
Workers, the RSS, one of those workers on the ground, they started going out. Amit Shah did say this to a couple of journalists also, where he said, "तो बिखरा उन सबको मैंने साथ लाया."
ओ सिनारियो चेंज हो गया मध्य प्रदेश का. एग्रीगेट अब बीजेपी नंबर 2, कांग्रेस अहेड seat, and both of them are not there as far as forming the this will keep changing, ladies and gentlemen. If you see across the screen, and this is going to change. Now see how these numbers have changed here. This is critical. Rajasthan change, Congress here, Telangana बहुत कलेश होने. It looks like it. There may be a revision here because there is still an hour and 15 minutes before all voting closes. 6 p.m. 30 p.m. is when the voting will come down, but all those who are standing outside the booth will be allowed to poll their votes. So till about 7 p.m. the polling booth in Telangana will be open, and that will make a difference. Chhattisgarh, Congress just on the winning number. Now if there are pollsters who give BJP mandate going forward, other pollsters, that number could change, or if Congress continues to enjoy or hold sway, that could change. But this scenario in Madhya Pradesh, and no one first past the post, 5 others, politics again, monies will come out, horse trading will happen.
Well, if these
who are
right
these
now,
candidates? Are they BJP leaning, Congress leaning? Will make a
if
difference.
these numbers hold right
Yeah.
now, Anand, then the Congress will have reasons to cheer. Look, Telangana, they're pulling off a stunning upset.
Yeah.
In Chhattisgarh, they're retaining. It doesn't matter. The quality of victory doesn't matter. The fact that you won matters. And of course, in Madhya Pradesh, well, if that number holds, they're in the driver's seat. But obviously, other factors could come into play.
This is today's Chanakya. I think this is the first reporting today's Chanakya number for Rajasthan. They're giving it clearly to the BJP, 112 to the BJP and 85 to the Congress, 15 to others. So I think they are very clear there's going to be a government change as we welcome Professor Sanjay Kumar and Mehta. So the poll of polls number is changing for Madhya Pradesh. I think one thing we can fairly say is in Rajasthan, the BJP will come back to power after 5 years. And in Chhattisgarh, at least 2 out of 3 polls seem to be giving the indication that Congress and Bhupesh Baghel will retain. Nalin first and then Professor Kumar. Yeah.
If there's one state that the BJP has been fairly confident of in private and public conversations, it's been Rajasthan. And this has particularly been the case ever since some of the loyalists of Rajay were given tickets and so on. So I think Rajasthan would be an expected result. Chhattisgarh, the BJP has pulled back some lost ground. It was looking like people traveling, they always said it was looking like a sweep for the Congress. A bit closer than that, but I think, Rahul, I agree with you. A victory is a victory. That's right. So the Congress would find cheer in that. Madhya Pradesh is too close to call because and I do want to say that if it is 2-all and Madhya Pradesh, it's too close to call. Even a close election is a kind of a moral victory for the in Madhya Pradesh after 18 years of incumbency. Telangana, if the Congress dethrones the BRS, then that is the expansion of the southern model of the Congress. It's Karnataka, it goes on to Telangana. It also gives it a full rich state ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. So I think that is an important one.
It also tells it perhaps that this, to use the word bravery, but welfareism.
Absolutely.
Some welfareism works, it's connecting, and it also tells you that there is a problem actually because there are recipients for welfareism.
But Professor Kumar, why is Madhya Pradesh a big state? There are only 2 players. It's a bipolar contest. Why is it so difficult to predict? We've saw it in 2018. We're seeing it again in 2023.
Numbers have changed in Madhya Pradesh. BJP is back ahead. Why is it such a difficult state to predict, Professor Kumar?
The numbers will keep changing because what we are trying to do at the moment is at different polls and trying to take the averages. So if a poll comes now, while we are speaking, and if that poll says 129 for Congress, numbers will again change.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean that what is going to happen on December is going to change. It's not about being there 2 parties or 3 parties. Predicting, because Zaka, why predicting elections in Madhya Pradesh is so wide, it's a bipolar contest. I think if you look at the vote estimate, it's a neck-to-neck fight. And generally, in a traditional way, what do you do in an exit poll or in an opinion poll? You ask the people whom you are likely to vote for, whom you get the vote estimate, and then you convert these votes into seats. If it is a neck-to-neck fight in terms of vote share, and that a party can win large number of seats by small margin, and it could be the other way around. That is why it becomes so difficult to predict the seat. And look at Zaka, what happened in the last election in Madhya Pradesh. BJP had more votes. Ended up with
1.03.
That is why I think
density of votes in
Can you
particular
tell us
seats
how seats in Madhya Pradesh are really swing seats?
nobody say
Between, I'm saying in the last election,
For example,
how many were
the fights that we
Yes.
had, this is less than 3,000 votes. There are
Right.
30 seats, which is not a bad number. It's more than 10% of the overall, 30 out of 230.
that's
Out of this, the Congress won 15, the BJP won 14.
So here,
why it's that close?
Here, Zaka and Rahul, is
Less
that,
than 1% vote share.
the reason why Madhya Pradesh is difficult to predict is that because it's got,
Yeah.
say, 6 big regions, and many of them vote very differently. So,
I
for
see.
example, last time the Congress swept in 3 of them, but the BJP swept 2 of them. Won it was neck and neck. So it's almost like 6 different state elections. So Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh is much more
we are also
uniform.
seeing
Madhya Pradesh
these
is much more
cases
complex.
where it is
extending the conversation of what Nalinji is saying, if you look at what happened in the last Madhya Pradesh election, if you look at the aggregate, were almost the same.
Same.
Out of the 6 region, one party is leading in 3, the other party is leading in 3. And Zaka, the data you presented, if you look at the 30 assembly constituencies which were marginal seats, in a sense vote share, the
Less than
difference of
3,000
3
votes. The margin
15 goes to
Yeah.
one side and the 15 goes to other side.
Correct.
It indicates a tight election, and my own sense is that 3rd of December we are going to have almost the repeat of 29.
Right now the scenario is 2. That's what it looks like. Mizoram has gone to the MNF, so that's the national party there. Congress is not there in the fray. They will eventually go to the NEDA. But let's poll of polls at these numbers. As we look at these numbers, Madhya Pradesh is firmly there as of now. अभी तक तो pollsters यही कह रहे हैं कि मामा जी सरकार बना रहे हैं. He's passed the poll, got that one extra seat. So that is important. That is for him. The other thing that we are also seeing is that with respect to Rajasthan, the BJP is sweeping Rajasthan. So this is Madhya Pradesh poll numbers. In Rajasthan, we look at it 111. So clearly post and also taking it there, and the pattern continues. There is no this one Rajasthan घुमा के बदल देता है, सरकार बदल. This time also they have done it when they do it overwhelming numbers. The twist in as far as the Congress big win for it if it holds on to this number below, ladies and gentlemen, and that is 46. Let's look at Chhattisgarh. In Chhattisgarh, 45 is the halfway mark, and 96 you win, and that's where the Congress is right now. The BJP Singh at the helm, former Chief Minister, is at 41. It is still short. Even others back the BJP, it is 46 and 44, neck and neck. वहाँ कुछ तो होगा. That is what everybody understands, that this is not going to be a settled state because the mandate is not as clear, as overwhelming as it was last time around when Bhupesh Baghel came to power. The story is Telangana. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, if this stands, if this poll of polls stands on result day on the 3rd December, nobody is forming government. Because the parties who've got the mandate cannot back each other. That's the story. 56. So the Congress is 4 short. TRS is 38. It is 12 short. AIMIM is 5 and BJP is 6. So if BRS, AIMIM and the BJP are highly unlikely, they will form a government which nobody will accept. AIMIM will never go with the Congress. As of now, that stated position. BJP and Congress coming together, I don't know. Well, if BRS and Congress decide to come together, that's a different story altogether.
Jump to sort of giving legitimacy to this poll of polls, I think we'll have to really look at the vote shares also. Because if, as Nalin is saying, let's say in a state like Madhya Pradesh, there are so many variations, you'd also have to see at the micro level of where the seats or how the pattern has emerged. Because you look at a state, for example, like Rajasthan, where a huge number of seats have actually changed over time, over 3 consecutive elections, with such small margins. The vote share would be very, very important. At least the regional vote share we must need to look at.
You don't have empirical data. The last 2 times there has been one party and that party has only increased its mandate. So how do you read Telangana story right now?
In Telangana, the vote share is critical because we don't
even know the swing. We don't even know swinging where in which region in Telangana. That's the story, na? Telangana kahan ghuma kaise
are we saying
look at the vote share. Last time around they had almost 50% vote share, and in a multi-contest when you have Congress, MIM, BJP, a party getting to 50% vote share, you get this. This is a 2/3 majority, 88 out of 118. Whether they'll be able to replicate this, because if you go to 2014,
but the Congress has never won 51 seats in Telangana.
Yeah, it's not.
This is going to be a remarkable.
If you go to the 2014 election, BRS was at 63.
Yeah.
It only had 34% vote. Congress had 25 and it had 21 seats. So vote share got up by a good 12% last election. So will the BRS fall by that margin, or will they be able to contain the fall? And again, I keep coming back to it. In a multi-cornered contest, it's much harder to predict how the seat share will, like what Professor Kumar was saying. You vote shares, but seat share would be very difficult.
But just going by the last election, if you can just put that up, you look at the numbers, and I don't know if you have regional data, but if you really look at the regional variation, you see huge gaps between the two. So this would have to be a
this
massive
kind of a mandate. Honestly, the TRS, it's the rural belt, which is north of Hyderabad, it's completely swept. Nizamabad, Adilabad, Asifabad.
But the BRS is supposed to be strong.
If you look at the Congress, it's in this eastern part.
Yeah.
And Revant Reddy, now the state president, he comes from Malkajgiri. He's contesting 1 seat here and he's contesting 1 seat here against the chief minister.
Yeah.
They have to win. If the Congress has to win this state, it has to win at least 2 out of 3 regions, whether it is north and east or north and east, but it's 2 out of 3 regions.
You're right, Rahul, that the has never won this kind of a vote share in Telangana. Even in the Zaka 2018 numbers, even in 2019 in the Lok Sabha,
20%.
he's got the exactly. So Congress had about 21
Zaka has got the 2019 Lok
and
Sabha.
BRS increased. So if the Congress delivers
It's
the kind of
similar.
result of the exit poll showing, that means that the Congress emerged as the one party in people's mind who could dethrone the BRS, which meant a lot of people who moved to BJP. In the last 2-3 years, there was a lot of resurgence of BJP,
in
which
the
collapsed.
in-
Now they've all moved.
BJP's vote share has never
in
been
the
more
Lok
than 20%
Sabha,
in
and I think this
Telangana.
is a big factor. In Lok Sabha, they had 4 MPs, the BJP from Telangana. They had almost 20% vote share, which means 1 out of 5 voters was voting for the BJP. I think pollster in this election is giving BJP 20% vote share.
I think it's
Yeah,
It's
that
a
will
two-horse
go.
race there. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
In Telangana, it's a two-horse race. One horse was lagging.
Yeah.
Is that horse overtaking? I mean, that's going to be a phenomenal. That means that the right scheme, the number of other welfare schemes have just imploded. And maybe this, I don't know, maybe this is because people are saying that this is KCR's last election.
See, I'll tell you one thing. Just have a look at this. 2018, who slips? Who slips between 2018 and Vidhan Sabha and 2019 Lok Sabha? BRS that slips about 6 to 7% vote shares between 2018 Vidhan Sabha to 2019 Lok Sabha. Who gains? The BJP moves up from 7% to 19.64%. The Congress moves up by only 1%. Now in this story, if the Congress leads into the BRS's vote share, BRS slips below 40%, and BJP holds on to even say about a significant 60 to 70% Lok Sabha 2019 vote share, the BJP, that's why we are seeing come to about 10 seats, and the Congress rise to 26 seats. I just want to quickly qualify to our leader for our view. The flanks and the bottom edge, these are the poll numbers. What you see in the center, the box, ladies and gentlemen, are each individual exit pollsters and their numbers and our own analysis. So for ki number kya hai, if you have that, just read the left, right flanks and corners or the edges of the screen. So the edge here, my right is, or to the left of the screen, is this one, is the BJP Madhya Pradesh number where they are the post and they have got the winning number 116. To my left, here on the screen, which will be to your right, ladies and gentlemen, Rajasthan 111. So BJP taking that too, clear mandate. As far as bottom, Telangana, it's stuck right now because Congress is falling 4 seats short. Massive gain for them, but 4 seats short. BRS slipping down 12 seats of that 60 number, which is the winning number. Halfway number 60 is the winning number. Chhattisgarh, if you look at Chhattisgarh, there, bottom edge. Chhattisgarh, Congress moving up and moving up now, clearly past the post. 40 is the halfway number. They've got 48. They are clearly pole position as far as the exit poll of polls. Poll of poll number gives Chhattisgarh to Bhupesh Baghel Congress party.
I'll tell
That's
you one
where it
thing,
stands
Anand,
right now.
if these numbers stand, I won't be surprised if Mr. Modi comes out or someone from BJP comes out and says, "Ab asli panauti kaun?"
All right, let's go across to Jitu Patwari. He's a former INC, he's a former minister also in the previous Kamalnath government there in 2018. जीतू जी, अभी जो पोल ऑफ पोल्स की नतीजे जो हैं उसमें बीजेपी को स्लाइट एज है 116 और कांग्रेस को 111. आपकी पहली प्रतिक्रिया चाहूंगा मैं.
ये कहाँ के बताया आपने, मध्य प्रदेश या
नहीं, ये मध्य प्रदेश का ही है. 116 बीजेपी और 111
तो फिर
कांग्रेस के लिए.
ऐसा है कि जो आपने मेहनत की तो मैं मतलब उसके रिस्पेक्ट करता हूं, पर ये ध्यान रहे कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने यहाँ वोट विधायक खरीदे बेचे थे. उन्होंने वोट खरीदने के लिए लाडली बहना योजना लाए. इन्होंने अराजकता की कि मध्य प्रदेश सबसे ज्यादा कर्जदार है देश में. एक एक परिवार यातनाओं के माया जाल में. आपका पोल थोड़ा आपको करेक्ट करना था. 136 सीट से 155 सीट कांग्रेस की आई. ये फिर से नोटेड. ये मेरा वीडियो याद रखना.
आपने खुद बोला
1 मिनट क्लियर कंप्लीट. मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है, ये मैं जो बोल रहा हूं ये वीडियो उस दिन 3 तारीख को आप फिर से निकालना और इस चैनल पे चलाना. मैंने कहा 136 से 155 सीट तक जा सकती है
जी.
प्लीज क्लियर.
वो हम
आपकी मेहनत
प्ले
होगी.
करें. का जो
आप
बाइट
उसकी
है
मैं
वो हम
रिस्पेक्ट करता हूं, पर मैं
3
आपसे
तारीख को
अनुरोध
हम
करता हूं
चलेंगे।
36 से 155
जी जी
क्लियर।
लेकिन ये आपने खुद अभी बोला
जी।
कि लाडली बहना उन्होंने जो योजना है इंस्टॉल किया, उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया, वो तो पॉपुलर तो था, खासकर महिलाओं के बीच में तो लाडली बहना काफी पॉपुलर।
ऐसा वन मिनट महिलाओं को नहीं पता था कि 1,000 रुपए देंगे और 3,000 रुपए का बिजली वापस देंगे। ये महिलाओं को नहीं पता था जो किचन ऑयल 60 रुपए का था वो 100 कर दिया। ये महिलाओं को नहीं पता था कि जो गैस का सिलेंडर कोविड आंसू खून के रो रहे थे लोग जब 1100 का था और अभी सब्ज बाग दिखा रहे हैं। ये अगर इतना ही अच्छा सब और ऐसे ही रिजल्ट आ रहे जैसे आप बता रहे हैं तो फिर नरेंद्र मोदी क्यों आगे किया गया और क्यों शिवराज का चेहरा पीछे किया गया? क्या कारण है कि मुख्यमंत्री का भारतीय जनता पार्टी में मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा नहीं बताया गया?
लेकिन
कांग्रेस की सुनामी थी भाई,
ये
बचने
जीतू
के
जी,
लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने सारे जतन किए।
शिवराज
यही कारण था कि इन्होंने 3-3, 4-4 केंद्रीय मंत्री उतारे।
शिवराज सिंह चौहान की जो चेहरा है उसको
कांग्रेस
नहीं किया। उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि वो मुख्यमंत्री बने द्वारा अगर बीजेपी की जीत होती है। इससे आपको नहीं लगता कि इनकम्बेंसी को थोड़ा बहुत मतलब उसको किया है उन्होंने, बीजेपी ने?
देखो, मैं CNN बहुत रिस्पेक्टेबल चैनल है
जी,
मैं ज्यादा इस भावना से कि बहस और आपके सवाल उत्तर देने के बजाय अनुरोध करता हूं कि ये मेरा वीडियो आप डाल के रखना।
ठीक है।
135, 36 से 150 तक जाएगी कांग्रेस पार्टी स्पष्ट
ठीक है।
टू थर्ड में से आ रही है।
जीतू जी,
ये सब बातें घोतक थी, आप इसको उस नजरिए से देखते हैं, हम इस नजरिए से देखें।
आपको दोबारा हम बुलाएंगे 3 तारीख पर। 135 से 155 के बीच में अगर ये नंबर आ रहे हैं तो प्लीज दोबारा आइएगा और CNN चैनल पे इंटरव्यू करेंगे हम। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए।
So the Congress is very confident there. I just want to take our viewers through all the numbers so far. Pradeep Bhandari of Janata is there with us in the studio. So let me quickly walk across, ladies and gentlemen, and let's look at the numbers. So we've got C voter Chhattisgarh coming through so far, and C voter right now at this point. If you look at the edge of our screen, you see Chhattisgarh is in the purse of the Congress party. It's coming back to it. Voter also coming out and saying yes, that could be the case, that the Congress party could very comfortably back into government. They've given a band there, and that band for both the BJP and the Congress party, but the Congress party clearly having the numbers if you look at the upper number. Let's stay with Chhattisgarh only, and let's look at CNX. What is CNX saying? CNX is saying 46 to 56 for the Congress party, 30 to 40 seats for the BJP. So yet another poll giving the mandate in Chhattisgarh to the Congress party. Let's try and move quickly and look at the next set of numbers that we have. Let's Jan Ki Baat numbers, and Jan Ki Baat numbers for the state of Chhattisgarh itself. And in Jan Ki Baat numbers, Pradeep Bhandari is sitting with, so we'll stay with this. 43 to 53, that's the band, and 34 to 45. So clearly Jan Ki Baat also saying in Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel and the Congress party prevail, and this entire talk about anti-incumbency seems to be junk. Let's stay there. Pause here before we go to Rajasthan. We'll pause. Let's ask, why have you given these numbers and why is your so big? So let's have the conversation.
Anand, because in Chhattisgarh, traditionally the vote share difference between the two parties is roughly less than 1%. So there are significant seats where the vote is less than 5,300. Now, if you look at the election of Chhattisgarh, there are two belts where the BJP is doing good. That's not the verdict of 2018, where it was completely wiped out, which is the belt of Bilaspur and Sarjuga. So in the phase 2, the BJP has covered up. Phase 1 is where the Congress party is literally sweeping the phase 1, and the BJP is in single-digit seats. So if you look at it, overall the Congress party is at an edge, but I do not look at it from the numbers, because if you divide it on the basis of caste, you see ST is the majority. ST seats the Congress party, but the SC seats are not being swept completely by the Congress party. There the BJP makes an edge. If you look at the OBC vote difference, there also BJP has a higher vote share than the Congress party. So it is basically not having a face in Chhattisgarh. There was definitely an anti-incumbency, but it was not a wave of anti-incumbency which could translate into change of government. This is where you see the band of the BJP is more than 35, was less than 20. So if I want to sum up overall Chhattisgarh election, is BJP having increasing big anti-incumbency, but not enough, because Bhupesh Baghel, particularly in the rural, is able to get those votes. In the women vote again is divided. So is doing good in its traditional pockets, but it is not able to take a lot of areas which it had erstwhile done when it used to form the government. Change is bigger, because if you look at Chhattisgarh election, leave apart 2013, which was a wave election, generally the margin of victory and loss is always less than 1.5%. This is where the range
So
is.
you said phase one Congress accepted. What happened last time around? Quickly.
Again, this is the next. This is the Bastar belt. There are 20 seats there. Congress won 17 last time around, and the BJP won just 2. So you're saying this will be the similar this time around as well?
BJP is Zaka increasing marginally, but it is not a dent where 50% seats it's able to win or 40% seats. So the Congress here still, if I look at it, it's more than 13 seats, 14 seats. Takes a decisive edge.
Sarva Adivasi Samaj that had got into this election, it has had no effect on the Congress, are you saying, or it has?
It has, but ultimately if you look at it, the Bhupesh Baghel versus who was also a question. So generally the election, it was the sentiment on the ground or the data which was reflecting, yes, Bhupesh Baghel is coming, but not with the mandate in which he had come in 2000. So if you look and divide Chhattisgarh into regions, Bilaspur is a belt which is doing significantly well. Last time it was completely wiped out from Bilaspur belt also, that's where it was reduced in less than 20 seats. And if you go to Sarjuga, is northern Chhattisgarh, there also BJP gets certain pockets.
So last was 51 seats. Sanjay ji, concur, disagree that this is on ground, that there is anti-incumbency, but the BJP stands to gain, but not beat the Congress party in Chhattisgarh?
I think generally there is an agreement. I would agree. Yes, BJP is gaining compared to 2018 assembly election. Congress will be down compared to 2018 assembly election. But I am not in a position to do the kind of disaggregate analysis many people are able to do, going by district based on a exit poll, opinion poll data. I prefer to wait for 3rd of December to come those detailed analysis. But yes, general agreement. BJP is on the up, Congress is down, but gap still remains such that Congress should be able to win election in Chhattisgarh.
Factors at work. Let's get a sense of this. What are the factors at work in the election, Nalin?
In Chhattisgarh?
Yes.
So in Chhattisgarh, to me, look, I think as far as Baghel is concerned, he has delivered a welfare model for the Congress. Personal popularity is not anti-incumbency against him personally. It's against the regime overall, which is also true for Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh.
Sorry, quick flash update, ladies and gentlemen, watching the screens, the edges, the bottom, because more pollsters are coming in, more numbers are coming in. I said there could be a change, there will be a revision in and that revision is reflecting on the screen. The mega poll of polls, now the poll of poll numbers on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Congress is slipping, the BRS is gaining, it's gotten into the 50, 52, just 8 short of that magic number of 60 to win as far as the numbers are concerned. AIMIM becoming 1 more seat, BJP 3 seats, lot is changing even in the exit poll scenario. Overall aggregate of the pollsters, Telangana numbers will change.
The more the BJP goes up, problems for the Congress. When it comes down, you see the BRS.
No, it's actually, correct.
So that's what we need to keep looking at.
Correct. So now they are neck and neck. Congress and the BRS are neck and neck. BJP goes down, then the BRS continues to increase, and Congress also is
that's why I'm not very
but
convinced
if
about
BJP
the
goes up,
Telangana
Congress
number.
goes down.
Pradeep, you did post poll there in Telangana. Was it an easy state to predict, because there are multiple players?
So look at our numbers in Telangana, the Jan Ki Baat poll. Overall, there is a sentiment of change in Telangana, but the BRS is able to hold a cadre vote in North Telangana. So if you look at it, if you again Telangana districts of Warangal and neighboring districts, that is where the Congress party is literally sweeping it. Congress is getting the majority youth vote in Telangana, and the BRS is able to hold the vote of beyond 55 to 60 years of age. So I'll give you an example. Even constituencies of say Sirsila, which is the KTR constituency, which was won with more than 1 of margin, you see a decrease in margin even in that seat when we polled there. So overall,
but 1 lakh margin is a huge
come down
margin.
to 40, no, for sure.
1 lakh is a huge margin to bridge.
Yes, but it is
from 2 seats now. Gajwel, which is
yes,
in
even in
Sirsila,
Gajwel,
and from Kamaredi.
the margin of loss and victory is less than 5,000. And let me get just another 10 seconds. 1 kilometer away from Sirsila, that is the constituency which is Vimlugara. That constituency in a tripolar contest, again the Congress party leads. So there is overall a sentiment of change. The BRS is able to hold areas cadre is very strong.
Right.
So I will not be
But
surprised.
Pradeep, if you're giving BJP between 7 and 13,
Yeah.
I don't think the Congress is going to get the number that you're sort of
So Rahul,
predicting.
again, I have
How does this?
Yeah. So again, a basic difference. If you look
I mean,
at
if there is anti-incumbency,
Yeah.
it would go to the Congress. Why
No,
would it
his
go to the
argument
BJP?
is that the Congress
I'll
vote
come
will
to
come at the cost of the BJP. BJP's vote will come at the cost of Congress.
No,
We
no,
are-
no. His argument is that if you look at
No,
his
no, I'm saying
numbers,
your argument
the
too.
BRS
Your
is
argument.
between-
I'm saying your argument.
if there is anti-incumbency, a voter will vote for a party that will actually affect change. Not
But I think
third
one of the
party
points
that
that
the
Pradeep
BJP
is a
doesn't
valid
really
one.
have a
Just
point.
one second. This is
Yeah.
Hyderabad. This is about 20 seats, 19,
Yes.
20.
Yeah.
But you look at north of Hyderabad and south of Hyderabad.
Yes.
These are constituencies where in the Lok Sabha, the BJP got 4 from north of Hyderabad, Nizamabad, Adilabad, Asifabad, that place where polarization can work. Whereas in assembly, because the BJP is not that big there, those votes go to the BRS. Again, in south, problem for the Congress is they are only valid or they're only strong eastern part of the state, Warangal, Nalgonda, that belt. They need to start making inroads in other rural parts. Let's say the north, as Pradeep was saying, the
But
north
then-
is
but-
KCR's stronghold.
that's what I'm
but
saying,
what about
Zaka.
the south?
Absolutely right. Because if the voters are looking for change, why would they want to waste their vote? I'm not
True.
being in any way prejudicial to the BJP. Sure, it's run a strong campaign, but chances are that the voters would go to the
Move en
Congress.
masse to the Congress because the Congress has been in power there in the past, and that's the alternative to the BRS. Yeah.
It's a very valid question.
Sorry,
and
I'm
let-
not. I'm just being a little
Let me answer
pedantic.
it. There is an anti-BRS sentiment in the state. So there are BJP is fighting on very selected seats. Ultimately, the anti-BRS vote chooses the best alternative.
Yeah.
So look at certain seats like say Nirmal. The Congress does not exist. So look at the election as absolutely applying your logic. That is what is happening on the ground. There is a pro-BRS vote and there is an anti-BRS vote. Now, there are selected seats which are between the range of say 15, 16, where BJP is in serious contention.
So
There the Congress is not in serious contention. So if you 119 from 15, that is Congress is literally contested. So the BJP is fighting on those only 15 seats where it is converting 40% of it. So it's not cutting into the Congress vote. There the alternative for the anti-BRS is BJP, which is this very, very selective.
So you're
seats.
saying
What is the
particular
vote share?
seats where there is no Congress, the alternative to BRS is BJP.
Yeah.
Wherever the Congress is available, the Congress will the anti-BRS vote.
Absolutely.
But
So this
right
goes
now,
back to the
currently
point.
on your
If you
screen,
go
ladies
by
and
that-
gentlemen, at the
go
edge
by
of the
that
screen,
analysis,
just quickly saying that 52 plus 7, if the BJP backs the BRS, they are at the halfway numbers there, 59 in Telangana. Right now, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan going to the BJP. Chhattisgarh clearly back Bhupesh Baghel, inching towards the 50 number. George Khalikur Rahman and Sardar RP Singh with us. Namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Khalikur Rahman, how would you look at the exit polls so far? On our things, we are putting the poll of poll numbers where it looks like 2 for BJP, 1 for Congress, and 1 star is hung Telangana, but the BRS may just go through because it can choose between the BJP and the AIMIM there. Yes. Khalikur Rahman.
See, actually, a very good evening to all my co-panelists and good evening and to all the viewers. In fact, we have just closed our polling here in Telangana, and booth-wise I can tell you that whatever prediction and the exit poll you are showing, I think on the December 3rd, find it totally different. We are expecting something, somewhere around 90 now, because I am having the definite figures and the trends from almost all the booths and from all the constituencies. So depending upon my insights and the intel, what I can tell you that you will have a major shock on December 3rd. And as for even the greater concern, Greater Hyderabad, we are going to win more seats in the last election, that is to 2018. We will get minimum about 15 to 16 seats from the Greater Hyderabad. The Northern Telangana is concerned. Northern Telangana, we are going to, have a clean sweep, because this election actually is fought not just on any other agenda, but on the agenda of the development we have provided in this last 9.5 years to the Telangana when we took over. In
Sir, with due
2014.
respect, sir, with due respect, if you are saying right now polling has finished and you breach 90, then all the pollsters have got it wrong as far as Telangana is concerned. George Kurian, Congress with its head in Telangana, but not yet in position to form government. Chhattisgarh is coming back to the Congress, but MP फंस रहा है, राजस्थान तो निकल गया. As per the poll of poll numbers.
Well, a very good evening to everyone, viewers as well. I have some reservations here. I strongly believe that Madhya Pradesh is one state where the Congress can look forward. I believe it would surpass the halfway mark on its own. Coming back to Rajasthan, there was a kind of fractionalism with Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot, so it has not played really well, and the selection of candidates from the Congress, the ICC also delayed, so that didn't look good for the party as well. Coming back to Chhattisgarh, Mr. Baghel has done relatively good work, pro-people work, and so there is a possibility that he could come back to power in Chhattisgarh, but it would be very a close fight between the Congress and the Janata Party. Coming back to Telangana, I strongly believe that no doubt that Congress has the ground support, and it has as far as the support is concerned, but it is very close fight, but it will be very difficult to kind of with confidence that the Congress is far in Telangana, because it is like it's like in Delhi, Congress defeating Aam Aadmi. It's the same goes like in Telangana, Congress.
So you're saying that it looks highly unlikely, but right now you are the single largest party as far as the poll of poll numbers are concerned in Telangana. Sardar RP Singh is getting stronger in Rajasthan. We'll come to the pollster in Rajasthan soon after getting a comment from Sardar RP Singh, but Madhya Pradesh is right on that borderline. 116 is the winning number and 116. Right now 2 seats. छत्तीसगढ़ आप फिर भी पीछे रह गए, बघेल जी आगे निकल गए, 11 सीटों से आगे चल रहे हैं अभी.
Anand, I'm also keeping my party in Telangana, and as per my party reports goes, we are doing well in Telangana. I mean, your the 7 is not as per, it's not matching my feedback. कुछ भी करेंगे, सरकार हमारे बिना नहीं बन सकेगी तेलंगाना में. Be sure about this.
नहीं, पर अगर कांग्रेस सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी सरकार कांग्रेस के साथ,
मैंने ये कहा ही नहीं. मैंने कब कहा कि किसके साथ सरकार बनेगी? सरकार हमारे बिना नहीं बनेगी, ये तय है. हमारे बिना बनेगी, ये तय है. और मैं अभी आपको 10 मिनट में आपको और एग्जैक्ट सीट पे आपको दे दूंगा फीडबैक.
तो एमपी हार रहे हैं, जीत रहे हैं. एमपी हार रहे हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ हार रहे हैं, जीत रहे हैं. बीजेपी के इंटरनल नंबर्स क्या हैं?
एमपी सुनिश्चित, मैं कभी अभी दे रहा हूँ. एमपी सुनिश्चित जीत रहे हैं और सरकार बना रहे हैं. राजस्थान में सरकार है. छत्तीसगढ़ में अभी फीडबैक आपको और 10 मिनट दूंगा. आपका जो सर्वे है उससे मैचिंग, क्योंकि हम लोग टक्कर में है. मैं तो ये मानता हूँ छत्तीसगढ़ में टक्कर में है, परंतु राजस्थान एक तरफा इलेक्शन है. राजस्थान में तो आपके जो बिल्कुल गलत प्रूव होंगे. कांग्रेस के मेरे हिसाब से 50 सीटें नहीं आ रही, और खास कर आई वाज इन भरतपुर. We lost all 19 last time. We are winning huge Bharatpur this time, the eastern Rajasthan. So that categorically shows कि हमारा राजस्थान में एकदम मामला.
एमपी में 116 का आपके हिसाब से एमपी में कितने आएंगे? मैं जल्दी पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे. एग्जिट पोल कह रहे हैं अभी तक पोल ऑफ पोल्स में कि 116 आपका नंबर है बीजेपी का. सरकार लेकिन जस्ट ऐसे पार होके.
अभी नंबर मत पूछो. सरकार सुनिश्चित. ये बी श्योर अबाउट दिस. वी आर फॉर्मिंग द गवर्नमेंट Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, you're forming government. Rahul Shivshankar has a question.
Yeah, this is Rahul here. RP Singh ji, you said that look, come what may, we will form the government, or the government in Telangana will not be formed without us. So, are you saying that you're open to tying up with the BRS?
It's too early to say anything. No, I'm not saying right now. Let's wait for the outcome.
Because you said that without us, you can't. Yeah, please.
RP Singh ji, this is Nalin Mehta here. Follow Rahul's question. I know you want to be cagey about this, but if you are support a BRS government in case they're short of the half, that would probably mean that you would be on the same side as the party as well, because they also have been sort of giving tacit support.
Correct. Right now BRS can go along with OVC and they'll be at 58, one short of the half number, or 59. That's the winning number out of 119 seats. Come with the BJP, then they are at 59 and they are just there. But the point is that Telangana में खेल बहुत कुछ होने वाला है. We've just got news coming through from Telangana. Gentlemen, please stay on with us. And this is the news, ladies and gentlemen. Ludicrous on part of the Election Commission to allow exit polls at 5. That's what KCR has come out and said. KCR is upset. He's saying, why have you allowed exit polls while people are still voting? Why are you allowing this? Listen. Yeah, gentlemen, before we chat about this, let's listen to what KTR had to say.
So don't be swayed by exit polls. The real poll results will come out on December 3rd. And those who are trying to confuse our Telangana voters are in for a huge surprise. Aroju 2018 lo
Zaka, so this is what it is. So is this coming from a person who's worried last एक घंटे के हमारे वोट critical है सीटों के लिए, or is it a rational point that you should not have done?
I think, I mean, pollsters are also here. I think it's a point that you can't have exit poll numbers when you have 1 hour of polling left. I mean, a lot of these people could also be turning up in urban centers, like 20 seats.
Well, I think just for 30 seconds, you know, the Election Commission, I think, is living in a time warp. Because quite frankly, you have a situation, and I find this quite bizarre. You have a situation where obviously there's a moratorium, there's a fake election going on, but in another state, people are constantly on that, they are allowed to go ahead.
Yeah.
As if there are some iron curtains between states. I mean, today with social media, etc. And we've just had an example in Karnataka where an allegation has been made against Karnataka Congress for trying to influence the election in Telangana. So I don't get this. And I think that this business of sort of arbitrarily one day getting up and saying, okay, now you can go ahead with exit polls at 5 in the evening after sticking to a 6:30 is a bit strange. And
gentlemen, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers again, and now we look at what Rajasthan is saying. Let's move to Rajasthan. Rajasthan, you can see here, the edge of green is the poll of poll number of Rajasthan. Out of 190 and 15 going to the BJP, 71 to the Congress. Sardar RP Singh says, Congress को 50 भी नहीं मिल रही, हम पहुंच रहे 150 के पास. We are reaching to 150. What are the pollsters saying? Let's quickly look at it. Let's look at ETG. I'm getting out of the screen so that I can come here and show. Let's come closer and let's look at what ETG Rajasthan is saying. ETG Rajasthan has put out the numbers, and ETG Rajasthan giving the mandate to BJP. Yes, we've put Rani Sahiba's picture there. Whether she'll be the chief minister, we don't know yet. So the number at this point is that the BJP gets more than 120 seats. So the numbers are for the ETG. So that's where
Rajasthan it really implodes.
Yeah, let's stay with the Rajasthan numbers right now if we can. Then we'll talk Rajasthan.
But the Congress is not going to back.
Yeah, this is Telangana. Telangana again a hung horse. Let's stay with Rajasthan. Yeah.
Rajasthan hold. That's not very different from the historical pattern. Every time when you swing from one BJP to the Congress, these are kind of similar numbers every time.
Congress goes down to about 40.
And that's basically true because largely both parties have a core vote base in Rajasthan.
Okay, so ETG has said that at least 125 seats for the BJP there. That's the number. Let's look at what the next pollster is saying. The next pollster comes out and says, let's put out the next number. What number do we have next? Yeah, P-Mark Rajasthan. So P-Mark Rajasthan also comes in. Ooh, this is giving the mandate to the Congress party. P-Mark has given the mandate.
It's an outlier.
And an outlier here. 125 is the higher number for the Congress party. P-Mark is saying 100 is the first past the post and the winning number, but they are saying 25 to Congress. So this is the outlier that is perhaps upping the Congress numbers overall aggregate.
I think Anand, one should also figure out who is this P-Mark. Who is this outlier? Where is the poll conducted? When was the poll conducted? Because if you get an outlier, we should have an interest in
Sir,
that.
देखिए उसमें क्या है कि किसी का एक पोल मेरे पास आया, सर ये नंबर है, हमने सैंपल साइज देखा 83% men, 50% women in a state where women are the highest voters. I said, boss, I'm not this number. So that is devil lies in the details. But these are numbers की बात. प्रदीप भंडारी यहाँ बैठा है.
Without vote shares, this number difficult to sort of look at. I wonder what the vote shares for all these polls are.
Now, you are saying that the BJP can win up to 122. That's the band.
Yes.
But 100 to 122. 22 seats. I keep wanting to ask you, ये 22 seat का margin क्या है? This is like hedging my bet. चलो यहाँ पे आया तो भी मैं जीत गया, वहाँ भी आया तो.
So if you see the overall trend, Anand, the overall trend is that BJP is forming government, but with a reduced majority than what it had done in 2013. Trend is not changing. Now, why is the majority reduced? This is a very unique election in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, historically, if you look at it, at least from 2003, it was Vasundhara Gehlot. This time the Janata Party has gone with a combined leadership, not with Vasundhara's face. And even if you look at it on Gehlot's significant, there is no per se solid anti-incumbency against Gehlot, but against his candidates at a lot of areas. He's not get the majority of youth vote. Rahul spoke about the vote share. If you look at vote share, the difference, like as per our vote share, the BJP is around 43 to 45. The Congress is between 40 to 42. And Rajasthan, if you look at it, then 10 is what is going to others. So a lot of BJP rebels are also finding others. For example, Yunus Khan, who has always been a BJP guy, fighting as an independent who can win. Similarly, a lot of Congress people are also doing that.
So, okay,
Yes.
let's get Sardar RP Singh quickly on this. Zaka has got the 2013 numbers.
2013 number. It was a runaway victory.
So, Rani Sahiba
for the
factor is
65. Congress was down to less than 60, and there was a significant vote share difference also. 4 plus 4, 8% vote share difference between two parties. And I think Pradeep may have a point there. You know, people want to see face. Chehra kaun hai? And I think the BJP, both in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan, because they did not declare a chehra, I think downside.
Sardar RP Singh,
But one
Sarkar hum
second,
banayenge.
in many elections, the BJP hasn't actually put out a face of, and
So I'm not
I mean, you
saying
go back to Uttar Pradesh, for example.
Uttar Pradesh. So in the last UP election,
last UP
Yogi Adityanath
elections.
became
So, again,
Haryana, several of these big states.
Again, I think
many elections.
See, all of those are the states in the era of 2014 to 19. All these state governments were suffering significant anti-incumbency. Now, I am again saying the BJP has not projected the face in Rajasthan. That is why it is not changing the face. But it is not a sweeping victory like it used to be.
Correct. 160
Modi has made this a prestige battle where
That
he's
is why
gone
it's
and
winning.
said,
It's
you
Modi
vote.
letting the BJP win.
Correct. But increasingly the voter somewhere is also and saying कि मोदी तुझसे बैर नहीं पर जो स्टेट में उसकी खैर नहीं.
Just just to add to Zaka's point, you look at Tripura 2018, the Bharatiya Party swept it, and look at Tripura 2023, the BJP won it, but with the reduced mandate.
Yeah, they didn't sweep it.
Yes, so if you look at places where it is
formula of चेहरा सरकार हम बनाएंगे लेकिन चेहरा नहीं बताएंगे past the expiry date. That's what the sentiment seems to be. चेहरा बताना पड़ेगा.
But
Sardar,
we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
Anand is there with you.
Yes, he's here.
Bhandari there with you. Ask him. Okay, Pradeep, what's happening in East Rajasthan? My feedback says we are winning 15 out of 19. Last time we were 0.
So
I've just gone through my feedback which has come to me now. If we win 15 out of 19, then it's a sweep election.
So
14 Eastern Rajasthan, Bharatpur.
Yeah. So Sardar RP Singh is an old
Bharatpur,
friend.
when I say Bharatpur, mean Bharatpur.
Sardar RP Singh, old friend. I do not deny to the trend. Now he went to Bikaner. He went to Bharatpur. Out of 19, as far as the BJP is winning 11 to 12, and the Congress 6. In Kota is where the BJP is sweeping. Out of 17, the BJP 13, and the Congress is winning 4. He spoke about the. If you look at the region again, the BJP is winning 16. Jaipur is where the BJP is not sweeping per se, but again leading. So the difference between RP Singh's analysis and my analysis is he's saying that it's a runaway victory for the BJP.
big alert, sorry, alert on the poll of polls. Forming government in Telangana as per the exit poll of polls. 60 seats for the Congress in Telangana, BRS 48. Khalikur Rahmanji, exit pollsters as the numbers are flying 6:30 p.m. by 7 p.m. final number should come for Telangana. It looks like the Congress seems to have the mandate in Telangana. So,
if you continue this debate for 1.5 hours, then I think the kind of figures you are getting, Congress will touch 100 according to you.
No, it is not, sir, it is not our figures. News 18 is not conducting, an exit poll. It's a poll of poll, aggregate all the exit pollsters, sir.
No, let me tell you very honestly, because see, we are all very seasoned politicians who are all here. We are all very seasoned political analysts, and you are a seasoned anchor. So we have, even in the past also, we have the exit polls, and we can't go by the exit poll because there are various factors which are not considered.
I'm just going to, sorry, sir. I've got the axis number for Rajasthan. This is interesting, and the reason I'm writing it down is because this again seems to be a bit of an odd number from what we're seeing elsewhere. So for the BJP, they're saying 80 to 100. Okay, axis for BJP 80 to 100. For Congress, 86 to 106. Now, this is something worth talking about, Sanjay ji. I mean, this is supposedly the pollster whose reputation is in the market. He is saying, he seems to be the outlier now. He's saying Congress 86 to 106 in Rajasthan and BJP 80 to 100.
But if you look at the two numbers, right, because BJP could end up with say 92, then also, and Congress can also end up with 94.
No, but no one is saying so far that Congress is ahead of Rajasthan. No other poll is saying.
Except for PMark.
Yeah.
So now there is not only one outlier. We can say that two outliers. But I think the look at the picture. The big picture is it is a close election. It's not going to be a victory either for the BJP or for the Congress, and that is the point we have been saying, that it is not turning out to be an election.
Let's be very honest with the manner in which the BJP goes into government formation. This is a loss for the Congress party. If you're going to have a margin of 80 to 100 and 86 to 106 and you do math on it and you get out a median number, so that's 94 and 92, that is fundamentally a big problem for the Congress party.
No, but that is also bucking the trend of Rajasthan. Rajasthan never traditionally votes. When it votes en masse, doesn't it?
But I'm just saying that this suggests that the BJP has got its in front. So there is definite anti-incumbency and the Congress coming back.
So I remember 2018 Rajasthan election when we predicted, and at that time everyone was saying sweeping, and we said Congress will get less than 100 and got 99.
90.
See, with the problem, why do I say it will not be neck and neck but a victory for the BJP more than 100? Because Rajasthan definitely votes on caste. Now, Gujarat had voted en masse to the Congress last time.
Yes.
This time they are not getting. Other OBCs, the Mali, Sainis and all were traditionally with Congress. They are traditionally with the Congress.
So you're saying the more things change, they remain the same.
So
Two elections have told you that there is no sweeping mandate, even though the government is changing.
The government is changing. The BJP is not falling as less than. If you look at, I'll give you another example. If that was the scenario, go to Jodhpur. In Jodhpur, in the district of Jodhpur, Ashok Gehlot, it's not Congress with more than 6-7 seats. The BJP is getting it out. And Kota is where the BJP literally sweeps it. That is where there is no sentiment of Congress. This is where the BJP is edging ahead in this.
I've got some historical data looking at 3 elections or 4 elections. The BJP is very strong in 28 seats. That it's won 3 consecutive times, those 20 seats. The Congress, the BJP is strong with 77. That means it's won 2 out of 3 since 2008. And look at this number. The Congress is strong in only 5. So it has only won 5 seats 3 times consecutively, and it is 53 seats, which is it's never won 53 seats.
That's the story for BJP and Congress even in Madhya
If
Pradesh.
That's
if you look at the last, if you look at the last 3 assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, there are almost 67 seats BJP has won for 2 elections.
So that's what I'm saying, sir.
And for the same numbers for the Congress, 17 or 18 seats.
No, he's got something interesting. 2018.
You that no incumbency
you're
advantage
saying that
at all for the Congress party.
Is the vote share difference just 1% in Rajasthan also?
This is from 2018, so we don't know the vote share. Vote share.
Saying historically, is that vote share swing that happens in Rajasthan is also only 1%?
Generally, it's in the 1 to 2% range. Yes, of course, it's a wave election like we saw in 2013, where BJP got 160.
So 1 to 2% vote share. Now, Sardar R.P. Singh, aap kya karte? George Kurian, Congress in the mix again in Rajasthan. As far as 2 pollsters.
Well, as far as Rajasthan is concerned, I believe.
George Kurian and then R.P. Singh. Yeah, George Kurian.
Well, Anand, as far as Rajasthan is concerned, I strongly believe that Congress party could have done it the right way. Because there were many mistakes that the AICC has committed here, because candidature selection, be it the factionalism between certain parties, all these factors have played in favor of the Congress party. So, and strongly believe, so these are the for the Congress party, because otherwise the policies or governance was pro people, and there is no reason for Congress party not to come back. But because of the Congress party, putting up candidates up till the last moment, and the factionalism, Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot has also not played well for the Congress.
Right, right. Sardar RP Singh, as far as Telangana is concerned, you are moving from 1 to 5, not a significant up. Congress is 60, bottom of the screen, poll of poll numbers for Telangana. Congress in form government in Telangana. As far as these exit poll aggregates are concerned, poll of poll numbers are concerned, ladies and gentlemen, does this reflect on the day of the result? We'll have to wait and watch. Chhattisgarh Congress government as of now at 49 seats, nearly 50. So poll of poll numbers, Congress back in power. So they hold sway. In Rajasthan, BJP, and in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP has numbers. BJP has its nose ahead in both the states. Rajasthan comfortable, in Madhya Pradesh just so. Sardar RP Singh, mark numbers and the access numbers, would you agree, disagree with those numbers? Give the mandate to the Congress party in Rajasthan.
Again, Anand, I don't have the data for the complete which has come from my party. I was in Bharatpur belt and we lost 19, and as per my figure goes, which is we are winning 15 out of those 19 this time, although there was a rebel in one of the, but the rebel in two of the seats, but even we are winning 15. So my input says that we are doing a swing. But as far Madhya Pradesh goes, I need a little check on this. There were 72 seats where there was more than 80% vote percentage of women. 80% women voted. That's an indicator that Madhya Pradesh is swinging. Just have it checked. I was going through the data which is coming to me. 52 seats, 80% women voted. They came and voted, which shows that yes, the schemes which there has been announced, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, are doing their dent and making their dent.
80% of 50% of the votes. So that we have to wait and see if the women have voted, and we don't even know if all women have come out and voted in large numbers only for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. That's what the BJP is hoping and praying for. But the Congress is also feeling that they've also made significant promises, Kamal Nath ji, and they have also come. So we have to wait and watch. We are looking by what the pollsters have done. The important point would be to understand what's the sample breakup as far as gender is concerned. Gender comes into play more than caste or anything, ladies and gentlemen. The gender is skewed towards one particular gender, the results could be affected. We'll call for the multi-poll of polls state-wise. We'll one state at a time. The moment they are ready, we will go to them one at a time. The moment they are ready, multi-state of state poll of polls. Now, these are the numbers and this is how they stand. MP, 116 out of 230. That's the poll of poll number in favor of BJP. BJP forming government as of now in MP as per the poll of poll on the day of the exit polls. Rajasthan, again, BJP comfortably ahead. 2 for Rajasthan out of the 4 states that we're talking about. Mizoram, again, there will be a change in government, but it's the regional parties that will come into play. Telangana, once again, it is a shift there. Bag of the Congress party. Chhattisgarh, Congress retains 2 out of these 4 key states. Is this possible on result live? Nalin Mehta.
I think this is possible. Look, I think Telangana is still up for grabs because there are 2 ways of looking at Telangana, right? One is that everybody is hedging. ये आर या पार होगा या तो 50 सीट होंगी या 70 सीट होंगी, right? Exactly. That's one thing at Telangana. That every pollster is kind of hedging their bet and so on. Telangana, I think, is too close to call at the moment. I think it's too close to call. Remember where last time BJP had a higher vote share than Congress, but lesser seats. Now, when you have that kind of close share, it's almost impossible to predict the seat share. It's a mathematical calculation which is well within the margin of error. So I think Madhya Pradesh is very open. Telangana is also open at the moment, but it could well, like Rahul has been saying.
If you are saying that these are open elections, I mean, this is a massive, sorry to say this, disappoint people, a vote for Modi. He's on the ticket in 3 states.
Rahul,
in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan, and in Madhya Pradesh. Look, let's just look at it. Last election, these 3 states went willy-nilly to the Congress party. If they're not retaining them, then what is this Hawa that we are talking about? This anti-incumbency that we're talking about, even at the national level.
I agree, Rahul. See, you're right. In the last 2018, the Congress won all these contests.
Yes.
One Rajasthan, one Madhya Pradesh, and Telangana.
Okay, 2 states. Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan? Poll of polls, multi-poll of polls, which do you want to look at first?
Madhya Pradesh.
Vote is out. Huh? No, I'm saying Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan. Rajasthan. Let's go with Rajasthan.
Okay.
So let's look at Rajasthan. Let's call Rajasthan, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and look at Rajasthan, the multi-poll of polls. This is how the numbers are. Now, let me go to the other side so everybody has a look and I can everybody. So Jan ki baat 100 to 122. Let's look at the upper numbers, okay, for all parties. 122, 125, 128 and 90. So this is my India which says 90. ETG is saying, so we've not kept our PMARC here. Then, so we got the PMARC numbers when we put it out. So PMARC has also given the mandate to the BJP.
So basically
only Axis is the outlier. Axis is the outlier which says 86 to the Congress party but still not past the post.
Correct.
81, 85, others 15, 15, 20. These others come into play if this scenario happens. This come into play if this scenario happens. Else, it is all the way to the
BJP. Directionally, I think BJP in Rajasthan.
Yeah, the trend line seems to be that
I'm fairly confident the outlier will not happen. I think the trend seems to be BJP will win. Whether it wins by 110 or 130, that's a.
Even if the outlier were to happen, Zaka, I mean, let's be honest. The BJP will fancy making government there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
It'll fancy its chances.
And even in the others are 13. But Rajasthan has historically had 13, 15.
No, this is a massive pro-Modi
mandate.
BJP, will you say it's a pro-Modi mandate or an anti-Congress mandate in Rajasthan? Is it a massive pro-Modi mandate or an anti-Congress mandate? Picking up from Rahul Shivshankar, that this is PM Modi is on the ticket. वहाँ पे कोई CM का चेहरा, Modi was the person, star campaigner, PM was the captain. Now here in this case, is it an anti-Congress mandate in Rajasthan or a pro-Modi mandate? How do you look at it? Sanjay ji.
At the moment, we are only discussing the trends from the poll. I am not in a position to conclude whether it is pro-Modi mandate or anti-Gehlot or anti-Congress mandate, because at the moment it's not clear whether, yes, from this we get a sense that most likely BJP is ahead of Congress, most likely BJP should be able to get a majority. That's the case, then certainly,
I think we've got two big voices from Rajasthan. The leader of opposition Raghvendra Rathore and Mahesh Joshi minister is also there. Namaste, Jai Hind gentlemen. आप दोनों को नमस्ते. यहाँ मैं आनंद नरसिम्हन हूँ, मेरे साथ जाका जेकब और राहुल शिवशंकर हैं. राठौर जी, मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ, ऐसा लग रहा है कि जनता की जो जनता का मैंडेट बीजेपी के पक्ष में आ रहा है, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है. 100 के पार है, 109 पे अभी दिखा रहा है ओवरऑल.
आप देखिए, ये देखिए आपका एक अनुमान है. हम लोगों ने राजस्थान को नापा है पिछले 6 महीनों के अंदर अलग अलग कार्यक्रम, चाहे वो परिवर्तन यात्रा हो, जन आक्रोश यात्रा हो, और मैं कह सकता हूं कि ये जो आपका अनुमान, इससे बेहतर कहीं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का प्रदर्शन रहेगा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रचंड बहुमत से सरकार बना रही है. आपका अनुमान से परे हटकर आगे जाकर मैं कह सकता हूं.
एक बात ये कही जा रही है क्योंकि मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा साफ घोषित नहीं किया, इसीलिए 2013 जैसा मैंडेट नहीं होगा आपके पास. 100-150 पार, क्योंकि रानी साहिबा को आपने किया, किसी को आगे नहीं किया. आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, हमारे पास दुनिया के सबसे प्रिय नेता का चेहरा है, इसलिए इसकी आवश्यकता नहीं. पूरी कैंपेनिंग में हमें इस चीज की महसूस भी नहीं हुआ कि हमारा कोई चेहरा या चेहरा नहीं है. ये महसूस हुआ कि कांग्रेस का शासन नहीं था, ये लूट और झूठ की सरकार चलती रही और इन्होंने जितनी योजनाएं बनाई वो आभासी योजनाएं थी. सपने जरूर बेचे इन्होंने, बनाने जरूर की, पर जनता ने उनको नकारा है, सिरे से नकारा है. और दहशतगर्दी की जिंदगी में जीने वाले राजस्थान के लोगों ने फैसला.
जोशी जी, आप क्या कहेंगे? क्योंकि एक्सिस को छोड़कर कोई को मत नहीं दे रहा है और एक्सिस भी कह रहा है कि आप 100 पार नहीं करेंगे, 96 रोकेंगे.
देखिए, एग्जिट पोल पहले भी गलत साबित होते आए हैं और आम गलत साबित होते हैं. एग्जिट पोल में किसी का कुछ लगा नहीं होता है. एग्जिट पोल गलत हो गए तो पोल नतीजे देने वाले होते हैं एजेंसी, उनका कुछ नहीं बिगड़ता. मैं फिर अगला चुनाव कोई आता है, एग्जिट पोल फिर नए सिरे से देते. तो कुल मिला के मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, जिस तरीके से पहले एग्जिट नकारे गए हैं उसी तरीके से ये एग्जिट पोल नकारे जाएंगे. राठौर जी की इस बात से सहमत हूँ. इन एग्जिट पोल पर विश्वास किया जा सकता, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बात कर, मैं कांग्रेस की बात कर रहा हूँ. कांग्रेस बनाएगी, इस बात का मैं भी दावा कर रहा हूँ. और आप ये एग्जिट पोल 3 तारीख को गलत साबित होंगे. पहले कर्नाटक में गलत हुए, पहले मध्य प्रदेश में गलत साबित हुए, राजस्थान में गलत साबित हुए। तो इसी तरीके से इस बार फिर ये एग्जिट पोल
तो अगर कांग्रेस सरकार में आ रही है तो वो प्रो गहलोत वोट है कि एंटी मोदी वोट है?
वो कांग्रेस के कामों का वोट है, सरकार के कामों का, गहलोत सरकार के कामों का वोट है, हमारी मेहनत का वोट है। कोई अकेली कोई एक पार्टी जिस परिवर्तन यात्रा की जिस जन आक्रोश यात्रा की बात राठौड़ साहब की, उसमें न तो कोई जन था, न कोई आक्रोश था, न कोई परिवर्तन की लहर थी। इसलिए मैं कह सकता हूं दावे के साथ कि आएगा 3 तारीख को कांग्रेस के बारे में जो आप बढ़त की बात कर रहे हैं, कांग्रेस बढ़त लेगी, स्पष्ट बहुमत हासिल करेगी और एक बार फिर से जनता की सेवा करने के लिए सरकार बनाएगी।
राठौड़ जी, आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, शेख चिल्ली के देखने का अधिकार तो है इनको। पिछली बार जिस प्रकार इन्होंने किसी एक के दम पर अपने कैंपेन को आगे बढ़ाकर उसको पूरे 5 साल तक बेचते गए चले गए, इस बार सबसे पहला बदला तो उन्हीं उसी वोटर्स ने, गुजर मतदाता पोलराइज होकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में खड़ा हो गया। और मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि नौजवान इस बार के भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ खड़ा था, उसके पेपर वाले इस गिरोह के रूप में कांग्रेस को उसने आइडेंटिफाई किया। और ये जो बातें महेश जी कह रहे हैं, ये तो हाथ कंगन को आरसी क्या, पढ़े लिखों को फारसी क्या मालूम पड़ जाएगा और ये बात आ जाएगी।
जोशी जी,
मैं राजेंद्र राठौड़ जी की बात से सहमत हूं कि हाथ कंगन को आरसी, पढ़े लिखे को फारसी क्या, 3 तारीख को सारी बातें सामने आ जाए। जिन बातों का राजेंद्र राठौड़ जी जिक्र कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर कतई कोई सच्चाई नहीं है। आप बताइए, पेपर ऐसा कौन सा राज्य है, ऐसी कौन से केंद्र का डिपार्टमेंट है जहाँ पेपर लीक नहीं हुए, लेकिन कार्रवाई आज तक सिर्फ और सिर्फ राजस्थान, इसके अलावा कभी कोई कार्रवाई राज्य में नहीं, केंद्र सरकार ने कार्रवाई नहीं करी। इसलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, मैं भी ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि मुंगरी लाल के जो हसीन सपने हैं
यहाँ प्रश्न ये पूछा जा रहा है कि तेलंगाना कांग्रेस कह रही है पेपर लीक हुए इसीलिए सरकार को सबक सिखाओ।
एक नहीं,
आप कह रहे हैं राजस्थान में पेपर लीक हुए, हमने कार्रवाई की इसीलिए सरकार को
हमने कार्रवाई करी, तेलंगाना सरकार बताए कार्रवाई करी, कौन सा कानून बनाया, किन लोगों को सजा।
अच्छा, मैं आपसे आग्रह,
कानून
ये विनम्र अनुरोध कि 3 तारीख को आप हमारे साथ वापस जुड़े, लेकिन इससे जाने से पहले दोनों से आग्रह करूंगा, आपका नंबर क्या है? आपको क्या लगता है कांग्रेस कितने जीतेगी?
कांग्रेस स्पष्ट बहुमत हासिल करेगी।
तो 100 और 110 के बीच का आंकड़ा माने?
हाँ, बिल्कुल मानिएगा और लगभग यही आंकड़ा रहेगा।
राठौड़ साहब, बीजेपी के
130 प्लस
130 प्लस
130 महेश जी। यस सर,
मिलेंगे राठौड़ साहब को बात करेंगे, जरूर बात करेंगे,
चाहे जो भी हो,
जरूर मिलेंगे,
चाहे जो भी जीते, जब मिलेंगे तब जलेबी कचौरी खाएंगे। तब तक के लिए नमस्ते, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
तैयार
धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अच्छा, we've got to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots to talk about. The poll of polls of Madhya Pradesh coming up because BJP has surged to 120.